Welcome to my mystical and esoteric realm. Please come in, sit down, cross my palm with silver, and I will show you the contents of my fortune teller's handbook. So this is another of my handmade journals, and I'll just quickly show you around the outside. As you can see, the front cover has a golden frame with a picture of Alexander the Mystic on the front, and there are some purplish or amethyst kind of gems embedded through the frame. It's covered with like an indigo blue, kind of bluey purplish kind of book cloth, beautiful book cloth, and we have the metal page protector corners on all four of the sides. On the spine, there's no spine ridges on this one because this cloth notoriously is a little bit thinner than the other ones that I've used, and I found that if I put spine ridges on these it does tend to tear, and I wanted to avoid that and have that beautiful kind of clean lines. So the book plate does have obviously the label in there, so you can label it up, put your initials in there if you want to, grunge it up if you'd like, and it matches obviously the corners too. The actual spine, as you can see, has purple and yellow header tapes or footer tapes. It's at top and at the bottom, as you can see, and there is an embedded ribbon for place marking on the inside, which I will show you in a second. So the closure is as normal, is eyelets punched through to the inside of the cover, and then the seam binding, the purple or lilac or lavender, whatever colour you want to call it, seam binding ribbon can be changed if it's not what you like. So it's easy, it's not fixed, it's not embedded into the material, and can be easily changed if you want to use something a little bit more robust. So let's open the journal and I will show you what's on the inside. So start at the beginning. So I'll open up. So on the inside, let's just remove that piece of ephemera. So you have a hemispheric zodiac inside front cover, and that is mirrored with the other side on the back. So as you can see, you have the full zodiac constellations for astronomy on both sides, and once again you do have those invisible pockets on both sides, front and the back. There's some pieces of ephemera tucked in there, so you've got the Alexander the Seer, knows, sees and tells all, which you can also use as a bookmark, which also mirrors the chappie on the front because it's the same guy. So starting from the beginning, as I've said, book cloth signatures are sewn into buckram book cloth, which is embedded behind the inside covers, and then, as I said previously, there is that ribbon which is fastened into the back that can be used as a bookmark or placeholder, and those are the purple and yellow, almost Hufflepuff colours, or is it Gryffindor colours, I think. So reddish, deep reddish purple colour, almost a wine claret colour if you like. I know, I'm saying all sorts of different colours. You'll be able to see it anyway in the close-up photos. Top and bottom. So let's have a look at the signatures. And most of the signatures in here are the same, with the addition of a few unique pages to each signature. So each one of the signatures has this vellum sunburst on the front, and then the first page has the palmistry, fortune teller's handbook, the palmistry page, and then your writing pages. Again, all the pages have been tea-dyed to various different degrees. So you've got the sun and the moon symbol on there, and then we have a little pocket. We have an envelope pocket. Now inside these pockets there is a extract from a book on tarot reading. So this one is an explanation of the card of the Lovers from the tarot, which I will just slide back into that pocket. Because when that's closed, I've left the side open, and when you pull out, you have a copy of the Lover's Tarot card that I've also created a sympathetic back that matches the rest of the journal, and that can be tucked back in and hidden out of the way. So going through, we have some plain pages, then we have more pages with zodiacs, constellations, vintage images for astronomy. We've got that sun again on the grid, and then we have a couple of pages that you can write on with that symbol, dreams and wishes. And then down here at the bottom we have another tarot image. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and then we'll go back onto some writing paper. So plenty of pages for writing, and then we have another tarot image. And we carry on, keep going. Then we have the other side of that other image, the other sun image on that grid paper, and then we have a little tuck spot with a little bit of ephemera that I've tucked in there, but you can use that for anything you like. And of course you've got the eye and that sunburst, which I thought fitted quite nicely for that tuck spot. The tuck spot also does, or is big enough to get one of those tarot cards in. Let me just grab another one from my stash. See, it does also fit in the tarot cards. The side's open, so you can actually put something a bit bigger in if you want to. I'll just tuck that one back in. We'll keep on going. And then you have more writing paper. Back onto the lined paper with that sun and the moon symbol. And then in this one, there's a second signature, sorry, a second black envelope with another little sticker on the front of a Ouija board. And inside there, if you open that one up, this is an explanation for the tarot card for the star. I'll tuck that back in, and then when you pull on the tab there, you have the tarot card again, all matching. That goes with the explanation, and then you can tuck that back in, and then we get back to the end of that first signature. So the majority of the signatures in the rest of the book are the same. The only differences being are what's hidden inside the black envelope and in the tuck spot. So if we keep going all the way through, so in this one we have a palmistry sticker on the front. Open that up. This time we have the world, Limon, and that can go back in. So the tarot cards that are featured in this are from the one JJ Swiss set. And there's the card, but obviously I have switched out the back from the one that was on the original cards because I didn't like it. It was a bit boring, and I wanted one that would be a bit more in keeping with the rest of the journal. So keep on going. So this time we have another tarot image. This is the Empress. Then we have another astrological kind of illustration, another tuck spot with a little piece of ephemera, a little fortune teller, the Dreamer's Dictionary. I'll tuck that in. Keep flicking all the way through. Love that palmistry illustration. It's not too dark, but you can still write over the top, or even just gesso over if you wanted to, and still have it showing through a little bit. And then we get to the end of that first signature. Obviously you've got that vellum wrap around each one. So we're going to the third signature, and again, all those writing pages. There are, including the vellums, I think 200 pages in this one, so it is quite thick. And then there's another of those astrological old maps of the stars and the heavens. And again, this time we have another tarot image. This time it's from the Rider-Waite set of tarot. In fact, all the ones on the bottom parts here are from the Rider-Waite set, if you know anything about your tarot cards. If you don't, then it won't mean anything to you. So you've got, again, that sun symbol, which also features right the way through. in the corners for your dreams and your wishes. Keep going all the way. You can see the mottling on the tea dye is, different on every page. And then again, we have the Rider-Waite star tarot image. Another page of that grid with the sun symbol in. Keep on going. Another tuck spot. This time we have the fortune teller's wheel, the golden wheel, all backed. So you can either punch a hole in that, use it as a tag, or just use it as a little tuck spot, or you can use it as a little card to write things on the back if you want to, or do whatever you wish with it. And there's the other side of that astrological star chart. And then we have another black pocket. This time we have La Lune, the moon. Again, tells you about the card and what the card means in the pack, and also its reverse meaning too if the card comes out upside down, because they don't always mean what you think. And then when you pull, you have that tarot card that it's referring to. I'll tuck that back in, keep on going, and then we're back to the end of that next signature, so I'll quickly flick through again. Nice big dark stain. Love me a little bit of mottling and dark colouring. Keep going. Lots and lots of pages for writing. And then you have the rest of that map. Now this is also similar to, well, it is the same one that was featured on the inside front covers too, so it all fits rather nicely. So this time the tarot card in this one is the Magician. Keep going. I haven't put any of the nasty cards in here, so just in case you're wondering, there's no Hanged Man, there's no Death, there's no Devil in any of these, if you're wondering, because I know how sensitive people are to that kind of thing. However, I do have them, so if you want me to include them as extras, if you're going to buy this and you want me to include those as extras, just let me know. Leave me a comment when you go through the checkout, and I will add them in as an extra at no extra cost. There you go. But if you don't want them, then don't. So as we're carrying on, so we've got the Lovers again, Dreams and Wishes, another one of those grid pages, and then we have the rest of that map, another tuck spot, then we have the Mucha fortune teller gypsy astrology illustration that he did in that tuck spot, and we keep on going. And then in this one, I open this one up, and this should be Le Soleil, the sun. So all the nice ones. Just tuck that back in, and then obviously when you pull the card out, you have the sun card again, all coordinating and matching. Now, the only difference being, in the back, this is the last signature, so you've still got all those pages through, all tea-dyed, a little bit of colour showing through on some. Keep going, and then we have another astrological, showing the phases of the moon, waxing and waning. This time you have the moon, tarot card, the Rider-Waite moon, and again you've got that lovely illustration on the grid paper. Keep going all the way through for you with your writing. Like I said, loads and loads of spots for writing in. You have the sun, and the rest of that moon phase map, that vintage moon phase map. Then you've got another tuck spot. This time we have the fortune, your fortune, the fortune wheel, which I will tuck back in there. And then the last envelope. The content of this you can throw away if you wish. If you don't want to, obviously I understand. Or if you do want to throw it away, I understand. So you've got a nice kind of Ouija kind of image on there, but a circular one. And then the tarot card that's hidden in this one is that. And I will write a little note and put in here a little handmade by me, and tuck that in that last envelope. And that, back to the end, then you've got that big that measures, have I got a rule handy? Probably not. Centimetres wise, it's about, I'm dropping stuff, about 17 centimetres high. So that makes it just over 6 inches in height. It's a good bookmark, and it's soft. It feels nice and soft, but it is quite thick, but not heavy, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to punch a hole in and put a ribbon on it because it would have spoilt it, I thought. You could just use it as is. So there you go. And then on the back, it's just that beautiful cloth. And then that seam binding ribbon. So there you go. That is, I haven't made this, like I said, for anybody. This wasn't a commission. This was one of those journals that I had the idea for, that I just had to get out of my system. Like when I did the War of the Worlds, the H.G. Wells War of the Worlds journal. It was just something that I wanted to do. I had the idea for it, and I was so kind of inspired and captivated by the thought of creating the Fortune Teller's Handbook that I just had to get it done whilst I was making some of the others. So while I was tea dyeing the pages for some of the commissions, I slipped in the pages for the Fortune Teller's Handbook as well, and kind of like made this one in parallel to one of the ones, or a couple of the ones that I've done for commissions. So, but I just wanted to share this one because I absolutely love it. But I might love it. It's one of those things that, okay, now I've created it, what do I do with it? I have a journal that I'm using. I'm still using my H.G. Wells War of the Worlds one that I created for that book challenge that I did. So this one is going to go on the website for sale. And because there only is the one, it's first come, first serve. So if you want it, by the time you're watching this, it'll be there. But if it does go, and you want me to create one similar for you, please don't be disheartened. Send me an email and we can discuss customising the Fortune Teller's Handbook for you. You might want to change the colour, you might want a different image on the front. We can talk, we can do it, whichever way you want to do it. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, without whose generosity and support these videos would not be possible. Thank you.